Orange Nation, we are ready to work. Of course, before we get into all of that, we have to make sure our body is properly warmed up.
Before we get into all that, you have to start your watch if you haven't done so.
This dynamic warm-up is going to consist of 6 minutes long, made up of 3 exercises for 2 rounds. Let's do it. Lindsay, let's grab your toolbox, or of course, you can use anything that's going to be safe for you to step up on. You can even use the stairs that are in your house. So when she's performing her step-ups, notice that her foot is all the way on. That includes her heel. We're going to do this for 30 seconds on one leg and then 30 seconds on the other. That looks good, Lindsay. Moving on, to keep our body warmed up, is going to be our knee lift to an extension. This is going to challenge our balance. So this is 30 seconds on the leg, on your right leg, and then 30 seconds on the left. You're going to feel this in the back side of your body, your glutes, the hamstrings, and the calves. That's going to simulate the exercises that we have later for you. Then finally, we'll transition to our butt kicks. And notice this one is going to get your heart rate up. Lindsay's pumping her arms. She's smiling. She's excited. And then, of course, if you need your option of jumping is not for you, we'll just slow it down and focus on bringing your heel towards your glutes.
So again, 2 rounds. We're going to start with our step ups. 30 seconds. And begin. We're always stepping up with that right. There we go. We're always stepping up with that right foot to begin here. In 2, 1, switch legs. So when we get to the top of the box, the top of the step, make sure we're squeezing through. Tighten those cheeks at the top. There you go, guys. Nice. So now we're going to move into that standing knee lift to extension. So always squeeze that right knee into the chest and then reach it back. Try to keep those hips and headlights facing the same direction. Nice job. A little more than halfway through. Again, pull it in and keep the chest tall as we reach the leg back. Don't let yourself start to cower forward. And switch legs if we haven't done so already. Whew. Balance is a little funny on this side. Find something on the floor or the wall, a still point, something that doesn't move that you can focus on visually. That's going to help you keep that balance. At 10 seconds. We got 1 minute of butt kickers and begin. Again, having trouble with that pop step because the knees or whatever, we can always take it right here. Big wide step, use those heels to drive that foot right into the derriere. Remember, it's not high knees, it's heels back. 30 seconds. Keep it up, and then we're going to go right back to those step ups. Keep squeezing. 10 seconds. And 5, 2, and 1. Step ups. Again, stick with that one side the entire time. Take a moment if you need to catch that balance. About 5 seconds, we'll switch legs. And switch it up. Nice. Way through. Well, about 10 seconds left. In 3, 2, 1. Hug the knee in and extend the leg out. You got about 5 seconds. We'll switch legs and plant it. Hug that other one in. Ooh, that was my hip. Halfway. Come on, 5 seconds. And butt kickers again. Hips, knees, and ankles not okay with that jumpy step. Take it into a side-to-side heel kick. Remember, it's not about bringing that knee forward. It's hard to not think about here. We want to think about here. Literally trying to kick your own butt. 30 seconds. Don't let those knees come forward. Firing those hamstrings. 15. In 3, 2, 1. Nice job. So block number 1 of 4. We got 8 minutes here. We're going to repeat it till time is up. So that means we got a rep count. We'll go ahead and we'll find that mini band and go ahead and put it on. I'm guessing it's mid band. Yep, totes. So what's going to happen is we're going to put it around the meaty part of the calf just below the knees. We're going to squat it down and we're going to lift that leg to the back or to the side. Let's see. Ooh, alternating lateral lift. So she does a lot of weight shift into that opposite foot. I want you guys to think about keeping yourselves really tall. We'll find ourselves alternating 6 on each leg or 12 in total. We'll then take it into that monster walk. So we're going to let that foot sweep in and kick back out. Remember, it is a big crescent moon. We're not keeping those feet always that same hip distance apart. Last but not least, forearm plank to leg lift. We're now reaching back with the heel. That first exercise we reached out, the third one we reached back. These are always an option. We're gonna go 12 in total, 6 repetitions, 4 forward, 4 back, and then 12 lifts. Any questions? 8 minutes. Begin. There it is. So usually in Orange Theory for those lateral.
Hey Mel, can you move the cursor?
Yeah, buddy, sorry. Is that better? So again, in that monster walk, you're making kind of a U shape or a crescent moon. 4 steps forward and 4 steps back is 1 repetition. Anytime we have the mini band on, it's going to try to make those knees go together. We want to resist it. Fire through the outside of the thighs, fire through the butt cheeks. So again, for that forearm plank, we can either be on those toes or on those knees. It's not about how high we can lift the leg. It's about how straight we can keep the body. Due to life situations, we keep spending a lot of extra time sitting. So we've been doing some glute work here at Orange Theory, but we're thinking about firing through the outside of the cheeks. Clench the tailbone underneath as we lift, so we don't let go of those lower abdominals, fan out those tail feathers. Sit it low in that squat for that monster walk. I know, guys, those cheeks are on fire. Best way to release them if we need to is to stand it up, give them a little punch, then get right back to it. Keep firing it up so we can make it work for us later. Woo! A little more than halfway through the block, team. We got 3:45 until we move on to block number 2. Nice, guys, nice. Oh, that mini band burn. I love it. Nice, Michelle. Good on those monster walks. There you go, Glory. Good job keeping that core upright. Nice, Amanda. Two and a half. Press out with those knees, with those mini bands. Fire through the outside. Think about squeezing all the way around and back. A little less than 90 seconds. Coming here on the final minute, guys, think about being in the studio. The music's pumping, everyone's working hard around you, we're sweating it out. This final 60 seconds, knowing that we're getting a break, let's work just a little bit harder. Promise the end is close. You got less than 45 seconds. $15 seconds. Come on, guys, you got this. We're not quitting early. Ride it all the way through. 2, 1, and done. Wherever that you can, take a seat. Let's get rid of that minivan. Block number 2, we're gonna go 5 rounds through. Just one exercise, 45 seconds of work, 15 seconds of recovery. We're gonna take it into a side-to-side shuffle. So, we're gonna sit it ever so slightly into that squat, gallop our feet to one side, and then to the other. They have dumbbells sitting there just so he knows what he's doing and where he's touching, but you can use a spot on the floor or just whatever space you have. 5 rounds through, 45 seconds of work, let's go. Shuffle, 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 shuffle. Nice, team, nice. Okay, guys, you got 15 seconds. Keep it up, we got 5. And rest, you have 15 seconds to rest. 1 round down. We're gonna work on 4 more rounds. In 3, 2, 1, begin. Chest is up. We're not letting ourselves hunch. It's not that important to touch the ground as it is to keep that core in safe alignment. 1/3 of the way through. Come on, 15 seconds. Think of a side gallop or a foot replacement. Come on. In 2, 1, rest. Shake it out, we got 15 seconds. Big deep ones, guys. In through the nose, out through the mouth. In 2, 1, we shuffle. Come on. Third of the way through. Eyes out on the horizon. You don't have to watch your feet. Once you set up that successful space, it's not going to change. Come on, we got 10 seconds. And rest, 15 seconds. Breathe it out, shake it out. It's 3 rounds down. Just 2 to go. 3, 2, 1, begin. Come on, keep it up, keep it up. More than halfway through. 15 seconds. Come on, guys, same intensity. We got 5 seconds and then we'll rest. 2, 1, take a pause. We got 45 seconds. for 15 seconds and then the final 45. Like I said, you know it's tough for me too. I can't even count. Whew. 3, 2, 1, let's get it done. Keep it low. Fire through those quads. Work through the outside of those hips. They're burning, I know. Same muscles that we used in those mini bands. Keep up that intensity. Keep up that ferocity. Work on that sweat line all the way across the floor. 10 seconds. I lied. There's 15. Come on. Now we got 5. And done. We have 15 seconds to recover. Grab a little sip of water if you need to. Block number 3, going to be the longest round of the block. 4 exercises. We've got 12 minutes. We're just going to repeat until time ends. We're going to find ourselves using that chair once more, and we'll have 1 heavy weight. So let's talk about what's going to happen. We're going to begin here with everyone's favorite single leg sit to stand. They changed it on me. We're going to begin with everyone's favorite here, single leg deadlift. We'll find ourselves hinging it down. So if the right leg is reaching back, the weight is in the right hand. Point your toe down to the ground. Don't let it fan open. Really think about squeezing through that inner thigh. Notice she has gone ahead and modified it if necessary. Whew. Toes out, sumo squat to oblique crunch. So we're going to keep it low in that sumo squat, and we're going to tick-tock it side to side, just like a metronome sitting on a piano. Now we're doing our single leg sit to stand. 10 on each leg. Your chair, your couch, whatever it is it takes. If you don't have anything that you can sit down upon, just work on that single leg squat as low as you can go. 10 one leg, 10 the other leg. Then we're moving into walking lunges. Just like we did in that side shuffle, you're going to find yourself walking in pattern before. Notice the cross patterning of those elbows and those knees. 20 in total or 10 on each leg. 12 minutes in the block. Anyone have questions? Let's go. Single leg deadlift. Like those 12s, 15s, maybe a little bit heavier, a little bit lighter. Hinge it over. Remember, you're that drinking bird. Nice, Lori. So switch hands, Alkash. There you go. Melissa, switch legs. There you go. Remember, if the weight's in the right hand, the right leg is the one moving. There you go, Amanda C. You get 10 on one leg, switch it up 10 on the other leg. I wish her jug was filled with iced tea instead of lemonade so you guys could actually see it. But it makes me want Chick-fil-A. I'm not gonna lie. That single leg deadlift, think about squeezing the leg shut like they were a pair of scissors. Nice job, guys. So I know those booty cheeks are burning. We get into that sumo squat and we feel it all kinds on the outside of those derriere cheeks. But think about keeping the pelvis forward. Don't come back into that duck butt, but tuck the tailbone underneath. Ooh. So again, we can use that heel for a single leg sit to stand, driving that heel down into the ground. The closer those feet are to one another, the easier it becomes. Remember to not tuck the foot underneath. If you cannot see your toes in front of your knees, you need to widen it out. On that single leg sit to stand, remember we are thinking up, not forward. Think about squeezing up and underneath the pelvic floor and shooting yourself straight to the sky by pressing through the heel, the space right between the pad of your foot and the big toe, that same space on the baby toe. Okay, guys, if you haven't noticed it already, it is a lower body endurance day. Our goal is to continue to move through those walking lunges. If we're having trouble in the knees, just go and reduce that range of motion. If you don't have anywhere to walk, you can always take it into an alternating forward lunge. So we have a 12-minute block, guys, and already 6 minutes are down. Our goal is around 2 rounds. We get even farther, groovy. On that single leg deadlift, think about pressing the big toe down to the ground. Don't roll out onto the pinky toe side. Drive through the pad of the foot to keep that hip down. And practice what you preach, Mel. Come on, guys, building strong minds and strong bodies. If you can do this workout by yourself or in your house alone, sit with us. You know you can push yourself a little bit harder. That camera on you helps, because I can see you. Keep it up, keep it up. Whew. On that sumo squat again, think about tucking the tailbone underneath, attaching that tail button to your belly button. I know I went quickly through those TikToks. I feel like I was just racing back to that single leg sit to stand. Nelly, we got 3.5 minutes. That means just about a quarter of this block left. Again, you guys are going to get out what you put in. Think about why you showed up this morning, because there's no $12 that you can give me as an excuse this time. Unless you want to start paying me $12 if you don't show up, we can talk about it. But you are becoming your own accountability. That's a beautiful thing. Continue to drive, continue to work. And then when we all come back together, you will thrive like you couldn't believe. Come on. So I'll tell you guys the secret to single leg sit to stance. It's not actually about how strong your leg is, it's about how strong your lower abdominals are. So the place that pushes us up when we get into these single leg sit to stands, where's me? Is right here. It is our root lock center. So when you do it, think about squeezing the thighs so hard together that they almost start to turn inside out and stand from here, as opposed to thinking about trying to use those legs to stand. Glue the thighs together and bring it right back up. It's going to take a little bit at first. Those inner thighs might be tired. They might not be that strong. But I promise the more we practice it, the easier it's going to become. Glue them together. Use that core to help you. "90 seconds, rock stars." Okay, guys, we got 1 minute. 1 minute until we find that last block. That means that we are almost through this workout. Digging a little bit deeper, continuing to find yourself working just a little bit harder. Remember, we crank that engine up for the last minute, as opposed to letting it wind down. That wind down time will come when we hit that transition to block number 4. Come on, 20 seconds. Continue to work, guys. You got 10 seconds. And done. Block number 3, the longest of all the blocks under our belt. Block number 4, 10 minutes long. We are going to work on seven different cardio exercises for 30 seconds each. We'll then have a rest for 30 seconds and we'll do it 2 more times. So jump squats, it's gonna feel like a push kind of effort. Come on. If we need to, tippy toes are always the option instead. Then we're gonna jog in place. This will be our base pace. If we need to, we march it instead. Exercise number 2, alternating pop squats. Remember your shoulders turn as well as your hips. Step it if we need to. We're then going to take it into 30 seconds of jumping jacks. Again, that'll be our base pace. We'll then find ourselves moving into speed skaters. Drive it, push effort, feel that heart rate start to increase. We will then find ourselves in an alternating reverse lunge, once more that base. We're then gonna take it into an all-out kind of feel with those high knees, driving those knees forward, pumping those arms. We'll have 30 seconds of rest again at the end of round 1 and the end of round 2. We'll then go ahead and pause at the end of round 3 because we will be done. Any questions, guys? In 3, 2, 1, begin. Jump squats. Again, if you can't jump squat, we take it into those tippy toes instead. So Amanda C, switch up your arms. As opposed to going up with your arms, take your arms down as you jump up. So start with your hands here at the chest. Use the arms. There you go. Help yourself explode just a little bit more. Awesome. Nice, Lori, nice. Okay, dokes, we got 5 seconds, then we're gonna jog in place. In 2, 1, jog in place, just a gentle, challenging but doable, kind of bringing that heart rate down a little bit. We're not stopping, we're just catching our breath a little bit. A little more than halfway through. And we'll take it into those alternating pop squats. Again, it's gonna feel like a push. Pop squats. We're having trouble with that jump. You sit and pivot. Just make sure we're pivoting on the ball of that foot. Whole body turns. Ten seconds. Ooh, my knees. And jumping jacks again. Not jumping, take it into that step jack instead. Halfway. We're going to speed skaters, still a lateral movement. This time make it bigger. In 3, 2, 1, take it. So remember, we're pushing with the outside of that foot. Those butt cheeks are already tired. I know they are, but you guys are making them stronger. You're building the endurance in that heart. 15 seconds. We'll find base once more. Five seconds. And reverse lunges. Remember, the depth of the lunge is what your body's willing to do today. If those knees or hips are a little talkative, just reduce that lunge. For those of you who don't hang out with me all the time, I have bad knees. That's why I'm super sympathetic for bad knees. Whew. Okie dokes, guys. 5 seconds. We'll take it into those high knees. This will be our all-out effort. We'll have 30 seconds to rest. In 3, 2, 1, all out. Come on. Come on. It's bigger than that jog in place. Drive those knees up. Drive those elbows up. 15 seconds. How high can you get the elbows? How much can you bring them in front of that torso? Every muscle of the body's working. Let's go. 5 seconds. In 2, 1, and walk it out. So take a gentle walk around the room. Don't just stop hard. Just like if you were on the tread, doing let you jump the rails. So don't stop and just stand there. Wiggle it out, shake it out. 15 seconds. Big deep ones, guys. You're the only one using the oxygen in the room. Suck it in. Back to the beginning. Remember where we started? It's okay. Jump squats. Again, if we can't into that jump, we can always take it up to those tippy toes instead. Whatever is getting us uncomfortable. We're halfway through. You better feel like you would be in the orange if you're up on that TV. And jog in place. Or we can just take it to a march step. Halfway through, we're back in charge. Enjoying what's happening. Getting ready for those alternating pop squats. 5 seconds. And 3, 2, 1. Begin. Drop it and turn it. Keep that chest up. Eyes out on the horizon. Having trouble with the jump as always, guys. You can take it into a pivot instead. There you go. More than halfway through. Boom. You got 5 seconds. And jumping jacks. Again, step jacks. Whatever it is our body's looking to do. As long as we're still moving. 15 seconds. Five seconds, we'll find those speed skaters. Last push of this block, come on. $15 seconds. We'll find those alternating lunges, then we'll kick it into high gear with those high knees. You better be uncomfortable, team. 5 seconds. Alternating reverse lunges. Again, we're not going into a walk. Think about those first 15 seconds of coming back into a base. They suck. I get it. I want you guys to hold on to that pace and intensity, get your body prepped, get your mind ready. Less than 10. We're going all out. You know how we roll in 3, 2, 1. Oh, come on. Come on, what do you guys want to get out of it? 15 seconds. Knees up, elbows up, shoulders back. 10. 2, 1, and walk. Again, you gotta walk. Can't just hard stop. 30 seconds. Then we're gonna do our final round. OMG, the final round. Yay! Then we'll stretch it out. 15 seconds. Wiggle those toes. Shake out those arms. You know what I'd be telling you to do if you were on the tread. Same thing. Big breath, the biggest one of the day, the biggest one of the week. 2, 1, jump squats. Again, if jumping isn't for us, and we can find that heart rate a little bit higher just by coming on those tippy toes, because we can keep the pace up, why not? Just like on the tread, power walking isn't cheating, it's just as hard. Come on, 5 seconds. And jog in place. Again, first 15 seconds are gonna feel tough. That's how it should be. We're doing that push properly. $15 seconds. Breathe. Open and close your mouth. Let go of that space right between your eyes. 5 seconds, we're going into those pop squats. In 3, 2, 1, and do it. Come on. Keep that chest up, eyes out on the prize. Come on, you're halfway through. 5 seconds. And jumping jacks. Step jacks as well. Remember though, find that base. You know who I miss a lot, guys? Coach Jenny. So let's do this next push, Coach Jenny style. 3, 2, 1, push. Come on. Right into the speed skaters. You know how to do it. "15 seconds, y'all. 10 seconds. Come on. Come on. We got 5. I see you. And reverse lunges. Guys, come on. This is it. Last set of reverse lunges. Last set of high knees. Means 1 minute. 1 minute of really hard work. Well, 30 seconds of really hard work if we're being technical. 15 seconds. Get your head right, get your heart right. We're gonna do it. We're gonna go to those high knees. We're gonna feel like the rock stars. I know you are. In 3, 2, 1, high knees. Come on. This is it. "30 seconds. Then you can spend the rest of the day bragging about it on the Insta. And I high kneed like a badass. 15 seconds. Drive those elbows up. Drive those knees up. Pull that belly button in. 5 seconds. 2, 1, and done. Hot. Damn, team. Woo! Nelly. Let's go ahead. Make them a little bit smaller. We're gonna stop that. Stay standing up. I know, Cece, it's okay. We'll give you a second. So let's go ahead. Feet are hip distance apart. Inhale, circle sweep all the way up. Exhale, swap. Tap it all the way down. Let the body hang heavy for just a moment. Roll it up 1 vertebrae at a time. Hands to the hips. Step the left foot forward, about 2 to 3 feet ahead. Having those feet in a railroad, so they're not parallel, but they're not in a line, they're running parallel. Arms out like we're getting ready to grab the rower handle. Shift it forward and hinge it down. Squeeze the thighs together just like we did in that single leg sit to stand. Hands to thigh, to shin, fingers to the foot or even to the floor. We are always thinking about lengthening through the spine and pressing that right heel down. Stretch to the back side of the left leg. We're gonna bend through the left knee. Bring this right foot forward and behind and cross. We then press the hips back. We'll feel this a little bit in the outside of that left hip, a little bit in that right hamstring. Go ahead and uncross. Again, those feet are about 2 to 3 feet ahead. Challenge that balance, roll it all the way up. Go ahead and step that right foot forward and that left foot back. Reach it out for that rower handle. Reach, reach, reach. Exhale, slide it down. Find those hands on the thigh, the shin, or finger to the floor. Remember, left heel presses down, right heel presses down. Spine elongates. Think up, out, and over that knee with the ribs. Melting the chest forward. We're gonna bend through that right knee, shift the weight forward. Bring that left foot behind and cross. We're gonna press back through those hips, feeling the stretch through the inside, through the outside, through the hips, through the hamstrings. Lower that chest just a little bit more by lifting the hips to the sky, rolling the weight into those toes. Bend the knees ever so slightly, uncross, feet are hip distance apart, roll it up one vertebrae at a time. Go and step those feet wide, about twice if not 3 times hip distance. Left hand to the thigh, reach the right arm up to the sky. Big breath in, exhale, reach it over. We allow the left hand to slide down, but not to grip on for dear life. If we find it right at the knee, please do not press on your knee. Knees do not like to go laterally. Can we turn the right palm up to the sky, feeling the stretch a little bit different? Press those right hips as far over as you can. And bring it up tall. Right hand to the thigh, lift the left arm up. Exhale, slide it down. So now we're going to hit it in a little bit of a combination, opening through the side body as well as through the hamstrings. So go ahead and open your feet to about 3 feet apart. Right foot is going to turn 90 degrees so the toe is pointing straight out from you. Left foot is going to angle at about a 45-degree angle. So if you drew a line, it would be making an X across the body. Right foot is completely out. Arms come out into our lowercase t arms. We are going to shift forward, taking that hand over the right foot, and we are going to hinge it down. Hand comes to thigh, to shin, fingers to the foot, here in our triangle pose. So the goal is to keep the hips flat. Imagine you were against a wall and you could not press that butt back. Press that left hip forward by engaging through that left cheek. Inhale it up. Hands to hips, right toes turn in, left foot turns out. Hips are flat, arms are out. Inhale up, shift it forward, hinge it down. Again, hand to thigh to shin, fingers to the foot, fingers to the floor. Here in our triangle pose. Right arm is reaching straight up and out. Right shoulder presses forward, left shoulder presses forward, left hip presses forward, right butt cheek engages, and we squeeze up and in. Inhale it up tall. Go ahead and take those hands to the hips, turn the left toes in. Inhale, circle sweep up. Exhale, swan dive down. Hands to thighs, to shins, fingers to the floor. Let the upper body hang. Now what I want you to do is to shift the weight forward into those toes, lifting the hips up and bringing the chest just a little bit lower. If we can take those hands through the window of the legs and can start to walk it back, that's totally fine. Again, weight is forward in those feet. Walk those hands forward. Go ahead and hop those feet together just enough that we can sit down onto the ground. Cross the right leg over top of that left knee. Scooch the high knee as close as we can into the heels. Grab the hands on the back of the left thigh. Take a peek. If you're going to roll into something or to someone or a dog, feel free to go ahead and adjust yourself as necessary. Otherwise, let's roll it down into our figure 4. This should feel extra baller. Lots of outer glute and outer hip work today. Oof. The more we press the tailbone down, the more we hug that knee in, the deeper the stretch we get through the outer hip. Release it out. Uncross. Cross with that left one on top. Big breath in. Exhale, bring it close. Again, think about reaching that left knee away from the body as the right leg comes into the torso. Press out through that left thigh. Tuck the chin ever so slightly to the chest. We're not turtling it. We don't have to lead with our chin each and every day. We kind of lead with the nose and the chest. Go ahead and release it out. Roll over one side or the other, whichever side you can see me, into sexy mermaid pose. Reach it back, grab that quad. You can be sexy merman too. I know, Akash and Andre, you're in there somewhere. Release it out. Roll it to the other side. Oh, Nelly. And release it out. Roll it over into our all fours. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, drop the heels down, or facing dog. Walk it back. And to mimic as we would in that cat pose, go ahead and roll it up one vertebrae at a time. Reach it up, sweep those arms behind, interlace the fingers, roll the shoulders back and down, mimicking that cow. And release it out. Round of applause for yourself, round of applause for your neighbors. You guys got a little extra long stretch because you know what? You all need more flexibility in your life, all of you. Even if I don't know you, all of you need more flexibility. Just saying. Just putting it out there to the neighborhood.